olikitegera kuba mperano iwe if you pass an alternative I mean an ultimatum nga government oba parliament wakoba nti mulina okumaintaininga those costs
like let's say
imwe uliriza iwe nga government ni budget omwaka guno already bali projecting okwongera ku 1.8 trillion to add on their kuba bayidinti expenses because echi digire waiguru amidst the poor performance of the economy so you don't want to sit ngo omuntu ali mu advantageous omuntu ali mu strategic position okozesa obuyinza bwo to force people kuba olina authority irrespective of the condition de bali kubitamu ayidukira ndi mperano sawe eno abali tuwuliriza abazaire abali eyo bali kubaki mungalo kuba bakobye government etuloziza ku they can't raise these fees but it's unfair for omuntu ali ali ku private sector abise mu condition dabise iwe wati ama wamulagirira nti don't increase school fees.
What is the unfairness in third term is not far from now.
Number one, you will kukola eyo declaration or it didn't due to other economic factors. Kuba ekibuzo kyandibaire nti besides okuba nti you reduce these charges, what other incentives are you providing okugezaako kumakinga sure nti ono omuntu adda kusobola still okutambuza emirimu agitambuza akole ki asobola okuba nga asobola okuweereza services dabayire aweereza. You understand? So kiba kitegeeza nti oba oli kutuuka ku position gy'oli kuba ndinze muna amaze okusindikira it's like a populist decision.
What you mean it's not realistic?
It's not realistic economically.
When mubanga mwaye musasula emitwalo asatu just late third term December 1 December January kye ekyamaanyi ekikyuseemu ino nti weetaaga osasula emitwalo 4 saawa eno
nti kyetuliikoba nti still mu institution kuba nze mperano ndi mu area institution I know how most of the schools have been struggling. After the COVID era, there was a particular span eyali yetaagisa abantu okuba nga bakola adjustments okumeetinga challenges de balina do. So it doesn't mean that much as mu public oba oli kubona nti abantu balikola bulungi but at the back these schools oba abantu abali mu private sector and whatever school bali ku strugglinga. You understand?
And we have a spell of 2 years now.
Exactly. So kiba kitegeeza nti we still needed to make sure nti either government, I'm not talking that some of those ebisale byetuli kwogera ku nti byandibaire biva mbazaire directly. Ayenga government sawa eno there have been no efforts edibaire available okumakinga sure nti gana amasomero gasobola okuba nga gakoleze eki gasobola okuyambibwa.
And of course the efforts have not been there because amasomero agasinga they are private businesses.
And government yedina chendi kukoba nti I think government needs to be sensitive. We are not if abali mu institutions edagundi this is a very important sector. But we don't want people who sit either in parliament or cabinet okukola decisions being insensitive nga bakola decisions that are populistic. Kuba mperano if oti amawansi wakola statistics ndio omuntu ono ali kutambuza this primary school ali kutambuza secondary school how does he manage wano tuli kutolera emize emibi abantu batandika okuba corrupt because baba ali kutegera nti those who have authority they are using authority okumakinga sure nti they are not sensitive to how I'm running the business. Kuba also running a school is a business much as it's a public service.
It is so much of a business.
Yes. So iwe tosobola kuidha wawereza ultimatum ediri at this level because we didn't kastamfu na abazaire bankubira mungalo abasomi bankubira mungalo abasigaire kabesotinge and that is a very very bad tuli kusetting a very bad precedent.
But you know nti amasomero every start of the term bendo okuongeza sente. Do you want to tell us into blikasira baba nikoze yokuongeza sente?
No, sometimes of course it is not realistic but I've told you especially kuba ndi kusinzira ku situation je tubaire me ya COVID. Abantu baliwo I've told you
let us not so much look at the wounds of COVID for 2 years now.
And 2 years ndikukoba when you look at a recovery pain nze ndikutako economic spectacles iwobo oli kukoba ndi myaka ebiri ayo omuntu ife bwoba oli kulingirira abantu abali ni loans and majority of these people who are running these institutions it's not that they have bali awo nti balini cash ali kutambuza abantu babaire bali kutambulira ku loans so if you stopped those loans for wabanga still you are trying to service those loans for a given period of time you need a certain grace period okuba nga osobola okuhandlinga the other issues olikitegeera so either oba olini support eya government esobola okukobera nti okay mpera ano mubaire mubizibu we do this but again if the government does this eda collapsing kuba ebizirawo okutola sente still ebe erina okunigiriza making sure nti ekola which is okay but mpera ano you don't reach ku point eya recovery then you start sorting yourself kuba still iwe okayongeza ni budget you to 1.8 trillion to ensure you can give the services you still think nti these other sectors olina okudinigiriza with the power you have so those are the descending decision they do kuogera kunti there must be a balance these private sector abantu abali running some of these institutions twetaaga okuba sensitive about them okutegera where they have come from.
What is the biggest population abazaire bebandibaire tusobola okusaasira all the investors the proprietors imwomusobola okubalansinga
olina okubalansinga kuba education oba ne bwonako botya people don't just abasomesa tibajja bwa ku masomero batandika okuba ndi mpera no we are here we are giving service while they give service they need to be paid olikitegeera there are many other services edilina okuba nga still diri kujja mu maiso there are suppliers abantu abalina okusupplyinga different items ku masomero and all those other things all those people need to be paid. There are even some who have not been paid for a very long period of time. Wakoba and muna for continuity purpose. Ngemeranga kuano as I sought myself. So while you want to pay attention, kuba zena ndina muzairi. Era nze kwegamba twabaire mu meeting ebudo. Olikitegeera nga balikoba byona bya gundi. Era twakubakerere but when the headmaster tried to explain as to why we need to maintain gundi fees ngabandi balikoba and koloti because the ABCD. But when he explained and we looked at the work that he's doing, era ngobona ndi justifiably